rejoice. This is the day that the Lord has made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. Satan want to take us out. He ain't got no power, though. He don't have no power. He's been rendered powerless over 2,000 years ago. I just want to let somebody know. Don't let the enemy tell you that you're destined for doom. If you don't do things the way they want you to do it, the devil is a lie. You know, the enemy comes to suppress us, and he comes to keep us trapped in his sector of his world where he takes advantage of people. You know, the devil is a lie. Listen, you are more than a conqueror. You're the head and not the tail. You're above only and not beneath. You're the lender and not the borrower. Somebody preach that. I just wanted to encourage somebody. I know that some changes have been going on. You know, some provoke, some not provoke. It's just time and chance happen to us all. That's what's going on. It's just seasons. You know, seasons. You know, people be in our life for a season. You know, some of us get elevated in jobs at a different season. Their time and chance just happen. Ain't nothing we can do about it sometimes, you know. But the thing I wanted to come on here and talk about was about elevation and promotion. God is on the throne. He's sitting high and looking low. And we all go through trials and tribulations and tests. You know, I always tell you guys, you guys always hear me say, life is all about tests, right? So if we're going through tests after tests, God is, like he did the children of Israel when they were coming out of Egypt, trying to cross over the Red Sea into the Promised Land, right? They went through a testing. And a lot of them murmured and complained. And they wandered around in the wilderness for 40 years. They said what took them 40 years, and the first generation didn't make it. It was only an 11-day journey. What made them suffer for 11 years? What made them suffer for 11 years was, one, people's controlling ways, people not wanting to change, people want to do it the way they want to do it. You know, God gives place to the humble, but he resists the proud. So we have to be mindful and understand that for God we live and for God we die. It's all about him. It's all about what he put us here for. Yeah, he wants us to work the middle and enjoy ourselves, you know. But for the most part, God has made us all with the story in mind, a plan in mind, you know. And it's up to us to seek out that plan, seek out his will over our will. So his will might be for you to humble yourself so you could be able to receive the blessings that he has stored up for his obedient children. And when we don't humble ourselves, we cause ourselves to miss out on the blessings that he has stored up for us. And then so you get to see your neighbor like King Saul. I always talk about God sets kings high and sit them low according to their heart and their obedience. King Saul was a disobedient king, you know. He didn't want to, excuse me, you guys. They act like they don't see my car. He was a disobedient king. He went around trying to kill David. He had King David on the run. But what got him in trouble with the Lord is that God told him to go destroy the Amalekites. Told him to go kill up everything living, no animals or nothing, kill everything. Why? Because spirits travel, right? But later on, the Amalekites would come up against the Israelites in David's time, and they would almost be the cause of their desolation. God said, kill him up. He know what he's talking about. We just got to trust him in that thing that we don't want to trust him with. He might say, sow this. He may say, sacrifice that. You know, we just got to trust God. Though he slay us, yet will we trust him. Look what Job went through. And Job ended up coming up even more than what he had. You know, we just got to be mindful and understand that God, he knows what he's doing. People want to think that we're smarter than God. We're not smarter than God. God spoke this world into existence. God is not a God that he should lie, nor the son of man that he should confess. He's Lord. And what he say, go. And yes, seasons, times, and chance happens to us all. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it's set up. It's just set up like that, you know, seed time, harvest time. And so we just got to be obedient, because we never know when God is using the situation to call us forth, to use us to show his glory in the world. You never know when he's using us. Yeah. God will ask you to suffer. Y'all know that fruit of the spirit, long suffering? Yeah, he will ask us to suffer in some stuff. What you gonna do while you suffering in it? Murmuring and complaining? Get you walking around the desert another 40 years. So I know a lot of us want to come out of that thing quicker than the Israelites. We don't want to go through something 40 years, 10 years even, 11 years. But God is always testing us and always trying to get us to elevate and go to another level. And when we refuse to learn these lessons, we just wander around the wilderness. We causing everybody to suffer right with us. But I love God because he's faithful, you know. I learned recently that in my weaknesses, he's made perfect. And because the Lord is made perfect in my weakness, I can't even glory in nothing but glory in him. Because I have all kind of infirmities going on with me. You know, I was child abused. I was neglected. I dealt with narcissist situations all my life almost. You know, so I always had to fight, or I had to protect myself, or I had to, you know, outwit my people, you know, or else they were going to take me down, you know. And I love God because though I was going through these different changes, I still love my mama. I still love my dad. I still love my people. I respect them. They need me. I'm right there for them. You know, I didn't require revenge. You know, I'm not a person that try to take revenge on people because they have a certain personality or they do things a certain way. I give place to the Lord. I give wrath to God because that belongs to him. That was a hard thing to learn, though. I'm going to tell you, that was one of the hardest things I learned being a woman of God is letting go and letting him. And say, Jesus, take the wheel. Take the wheel, Lord. And that was a hard thing to do, you know, because all I was taught was to be independent, you know, and that's a fine line between your independence and God's will. You know, it's a fine line for all of us. But I just wanted to come on here today, you guys, and give y'all a word of encouragement. Pray for your girl going through my little transition, but God is faithful. I love my peoples. I never stop having love for my peoples. My peoples have always been there if I was able to call and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on with you? And when we were in our transitions or whatever, or going through things, you know, so I don't wish nobody no bad, ill will. I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to understand that we go through things, but it's just not a period. It's a comma, you know. So you guys keep me in prayer. I love you guys, and I will be keeping you guys in prayer too, because God is faithful. Y'all be blessed.